Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the lessons. Welcome back to Lighten Up with Bo. Welcome here for the first time. I keep saying welcome back. Maybe you've never been here. So grateful for you here. We're doing the lessons in A Course in Miracles. And if you're not doing A Course in Miracles, it doesn't matter. These lessons that I'm going through, this book I'm going through, these videos are all just to help you inspire the part of your soul that is calling you home to the truth of what you are. With all the problems you have or think you have or believe you have, to help you remember there's only really one problem, and it's an identity issue. We all have the same problem. We think we're what we're not. And when we think we're what we're not, we can't help but feel conflicted and in conflict with everyone and everything. Life's coming at us. And then we try to solve it 100 different ways. There's some new ways, and then we go back to some old ways, and then we try new ways, and we're like, nothing ever seems to work because you're not trying to solve the issue. The only issue is you think you're separate from what you really are. You think it's something you have to go find out there, or like you lost it. You never lost it. The only thing we need to forgive and let go of is that we're this something that we're not. So I just wanted to bring a little lightness to the lessons to help bring some softness to whatever's going on in your life. And I'm doing that by going through the lessons in A Course in Miracles. We're on lesson 98. Lesson 98. By the way, if you want to go to my website, it's lightenupmovement.com. You can check out all the things I have going I have these fun little symbols I put on hats that I'm starting to see people wear, and they represent like the Nike swoosh to lighten up into yourself, to pause. Oh, right. Right? Or you can see a bunch of things on there, like some free pamphlets I have and things that are just helpful. And I'm excited. I'm getting closer to finishing my book called Unwrapped, where you meet the 14 different ego costumes, or I would call it the 14 different characters that the ego, I like to break it down into, that it likes to disguise itself as what you are. And when those parts of you are running, there's no way you can be free. More on that to come. But today's lesson is lesson 98, and it says, I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. God is another word for unending life, limitless love, unchanging love. And salvation is another word for freedom. So I will accept my part in love's plan for freedom. So I don't think I need to spend too much time breaking it down, but for those of you that tend to not stick around for the reading, you're looking for something a little faster. There's no fast fix to reality, but nonetheless, maybe this will help. The short version of this lesson today is basically, are you going to let go of all the many different things, all the many different identities that you think you are, and basically stop playing make-believe, like, well, I'm supposed to be a doctor or a parent, or I'm supposed to be, an environmentalist, or all these things that have nothing to do with awakening out of this dream of duality. That's the only thing that will bring you freedom. And your part, which is really everyone's one part, there's really only one part. Now, how that part shows up in this dream, we all have different expressions. But all of those expressions are really meant to be endowed with you remembering that you're not this character, this body named whatever it's named, that you are the Christ consciousness, that you are the awakened one self. And to be a demonstration of that in whatever way Spirit tries to use it. To accept that you are the Christ, like Jesus was the Christ, like the Buddha was the Christ, like Gandhi was the Christ, like Kuan Yin was the Christ, like Mother Teresa was the Christ, like Donald Trump is the Christ. Yeah. And I'm not a fan at the bodily level of that guy. At the soul level, he's my brother. And everyone is my brother and sister. My part is to remember that I am the Christ and shine only that. If I'm the CEO of a company, my part is to shine the Christ as a CEO of a company. If I am a taxi driver, my part is to shine the Christ as a taxi driver. That's everybody's only part. So that's really it. And if you think that you have other things that are important, or other parts or things you're supposed to fulfill other than that, then you can't be at peace and you can't be in true lasting joy. Because the only thing is remembering the Christ you are and then sharing that. It's like the metaphor of when you get on the plane, they say, before you put the oxygen mask on your kid, put it on yourself first. Because if you pass out before you can put it on anybody else, you're dead and then they're dead. Right? It's like you have to remember who you are. Do this Course in Miracles work. Do your inner work. And then let Spirit decide when it wants to shine your light as the Christ expression in the world wherever it wants. It will do the rest. So that's really it. Now let's read the lesson. Alrighty then, we are on lesson 98. I will accept my part in love's plan for freedom. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. Paragraph 1. Today is a day of special dedication. We take a stand on one side today. We side with truth and we let illusions and fantasies go. Are you ready? Are you willing? Don't worry about what that means. Only the ego is worried about, well, wait. Am I going to lose my car? Wait, don't take away my shiny toys. Wait, I like my shoes. I like my Gucci. So dumb. We take a stand on one side today. We side with truth and we let illusions go. We will not oscillate between the two, but we will take a firm position with the one. We dedicate ourselves to truth today and to freedom as God planned that it be, as love planned that it would be. We will not argue that it is something else. A lot of you want to argue it. Well, let me tell you, I know what the ego mind has so many distortions of what it wants to call truth. And let me tell you, and I'm calling myself out on this. When I'm stuck in the lowercase self, disguised as the spiritual self, I just love to tell you about all the everything. I love to just shout it to the world, baby. Let me tell you the intricacies of the truth of the heart, and just, I know that I've stood in front of myself talking and just stopped mid-sentence and be like, oh my God, the ego mind is actually totally, it's gotten a hold of me right now. I'm down the rabbit hole of specialness and importance and spiritual wisdom. So it says, we will not oscillate between the two, but take a firm position with the one. Oh, let me go. Nope, skip back down. We will not argue that it is something else. We will not seek for it where it is not. In gladness, we accept the truth as it is and take the part assigned to us by love, by God. Paragraph 2. How happy to be certain, right? Well, wait, am I supposed to be this? Maybe it's a little bit of both, and, duality is part of no. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's God is certain and your purpose is certain. Meaning when you are in your right mind, you are always certain. There is an essence of certainty that never goes away. All of our doubts do we lay aside today, and we take our stand with the certainty of purpose and with the thanks that doubt is gone and certainty has come. We have a mighty purpose to fulfill and have been given everything we need with which to reach the goal. Not one mistake stands in our way, meaning anything you ever thought you did to get in the way or that could get in the way. Nope, not one mistake stands in our way. For we have been absolved from all error. All of our sins, all of our seeming things that we thought we did that could have messed up our life and they're just beyond forgiveness, but we just let it go anyway. All of them are washed away by realizing that they were just mistakes. Mistakes of identity, mistakes of thought, mistakes of belief. The innocent have no fear, for they are safe and recognize their safety. The innocent do not appeal to magic or make-believe solutions, nor do they invent escapes from fancied threats, without reality. What does that mean? They do not appeal to magic. They do not appeal to all the things that we make believe in here will be the answer. Well, we can take an ayahuasca trip, or we can take these things that will drop us down into our soul and that will liberate us beyond time and space. Nor invent escapes from fancied threats, meaning nor do we imagine that we're escaping from some really awful situation in the world, because the world itself is an illusion. So when we're trying to figure out how we can run away from a really awful scenario in the world, we're just playing in make-believe, just like at night when we go to sleep. They have no reality. They rest in quiet certainty. The innocent rest in quiet certainty that they will do what it is given them to do, what it is given them to do. They do not doubt their own ability, because they know that their function will be filled completely in the perfect time and place. We took the stand they took the stand which we will take today, that we may share their certainty and thus increase it by accepting it ourselves. So all those that have walked before us, Jesus, the Buddha, that have accepted the eternal nature of innocence, they took the stand which we will take today, that we may share their certainty and thus increase it by accepting it for ourselves. Our only job is to remember who we are, and then we shine that same permission into the other minds that then accept it unwaveringly. All of these light beings, they will be with us. All who took the stand that we take today will gladly offer us all that they learned and every gain they made. Those that are still uncertain also will join with us, and borrowing our certainty will make it stronger still. While those as yet unborn in the dream of time will hear the call we heard and answer it when they have come to make their choice again. We do not choose for ourselves only today. So some may ask, well, wait, what do you mean? If they awakened, what do you mean those yet unborn? Until every part of the one mind that's dreaming it's separate, the human experience is a cycle of birth and death in a dream. But as more bodies are birthed in the dream, and then they go back into seeming death, and then back into birth, and then back into death, this is the cycle of birth and death inside of the dream of eternity. You awaken in the dream, and then when you awaken in the dream, we all as one awaken from the dream. So that's when Jesus said, I will be with you until the end of time. We're all oscillating in and out of the dream of the human experience, but there is a point in time where the one awakens totally, and all of this nonsense is laid aside. Is it not worth 5 minutes of your time? So it's talking about the longer meditation practice periods today. Let me see if we're actually going to start. Maybe not yet. Is it not worth 5 minutes of your time each hour to be able to accept the happiness that God has given you? Is it not worth 5 minutes hourly to recognize your special function here? It's basically saying, all the things that you think are so important, is it not worth 5 minutes of your hour to go into a silent meditation where you're calling on the Christ to be restored in you? Father, Mother, liberate the mind, the me, the identity that I thought I was, that I constantly hold in the way by thinking about it all day long, me, and I hold that me in the way of the Christ I am. Is it not worth 5 minutes of your day to recognize that function of the Christ you are, which is really all of our functions? Is not 5 minutes just a small request to make in terms of gaining a reward so great? It has no measure. You have made 1,000 losing bargains at the least. We all know it's true. Paragraph 6, here is an offer guaranteeing your full release from pain of every kind. Here's the offer. I love it presents it as an offer, like if you want to take it, it's yours. You don't, you can keep coming back and trying again in the dream. Here is an offer guaranteeing you your full release from pain of every kind. And joy the world does not contain. A joy the world doesn't even contain. Imagine the greatest joy that you can imagine you've ever had, and imagining a joy that is beyond comprehension in comparison to that. And we settle for crumbs. You can exchange a little of your time for peace of mind and certainty of purpose, with the promise of complete success. And since time actually has no meaning, you are being asked for nothing in return for everything. Here is a bargain that you cannot lose. And what you gain is limitless, without limit, indeed. Here's the full 5-minute beginning. Each hour today, give Spirit your tiny gift of just 5 minutes. It will give the words you use in practicing today's idea, the deep conviction and the certainty that you lack. So the Holy Spirit is the part of our self, the mind, that is in constant connection with God. It never is not. It's always in the knowing of the love we are, the power and the strength and the majesty of our essence, of our fearless expression that we are. But in the state we find ourselves, where most of us are like meditating in fear, we're a little anxious, like, oh my God, is it going to work? But we still go into practice with our imperfect faith. And so it says, it will give the words that you use in practicing the deep conviction and certainty that you lack, because it's already certain. Spirit knows this part of the fearless expression of Christ is dreaming that it's something that it's not. And that's okay. I will give it the conviction of what I know it is, who I know they are, what I know you are. Its words will join with yours and make each repetition of today's idea a total dedication, made in faith as perfect and as certain as His in you. Made in faith as perfect and as certain as His faith in you. Its confidence in you will bring the light to all the words you say, and you will go beyond their sound to what they really mean. Words are symbols of sound, pointing to a soundless truth that lives in each one of us. Today you practice with Spirit as you start your 5-minute practice periods by saying, I will accept my part in God's plan for freedom, in love's plan for freedom. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation, for liberation, for awakening. Say it slowly a few times and then begin the 5 minutes. In each 5 minutes that you spend with Spirit, it will accept your words and give them back to you all bright with faith and confidence so strong and steady that they will light the world with hope and gladness. Do not lose one chance to be the glad receiver of Spirit's gifts, that you may give them to the world today. Every 5 minutes that you give, remember, these meditations are asking you to do a 5-minute meditation every hour you're awake. And when you do those 5 minutes, you give to an infinite number of souls, conscious or not conscious, because all mind are connected. You are the savior of the world. Hello, gorgeous butterfly. Paragraph 9, give Spirit the words, and Spirit will do the rest. Give Spirit the words, and Spirit will do the rest. It will enable you to understand your special function. It will open up the way to happiness and peace, and trust will be its gifts, its answer to your words. It will respond with all its faith and joy and certainty that what you say is true. And you will have conviction then of the great Spirit who knows the function that you have on earth as well as heaven. He will be with you each practice period that you share with him. Exchange every instant of the time you offer it for timelessness and peace. Every moment that you give to Spirit, you will be offered timelessness, a freedom from all the pain of past and future and illusions of what you thought was real. Paragraph 10, throughout the hour, let your time be spent in happy preparation for the next 5 minutes. You will spend again with Spirit. Repeat today's idea while you wait for the glad time to come again. So basically, in between your 5 minutes, every hour, just all day long, just say, I will accept my part in God's plan for freedom. Or whatever words, I will accept my part in love's plan for freedom. You just say that throughout the day as much as you can. Repeat it often and do not forget each time you do so that you have let your mind be readied for the happy time that's coming where you go into a 5-minute silent meditation. As many 5-minute silent meditations, 1 an hour, every hour. And don't forget what it said in previous lessons. By now you can see the ego's temptation to distract you from a consistent time. So while you're learning to value this period above all else, try to set a reminder on your calendar, on your phone, and try to do it the same 5 minutes every hour. And if you miss a few hours, remember, only the ego wants to pull you away and say, well, let's just do it tonight. Nope. All 5 minutes are valuable. And when the hour goes and is there once more to spend a little time with you, be thankful. Be grateful. I get to spend 5 minutes remembering I'm the Christ, remembering that my plan is revealed. Lay down all earthly tasks, all little thoughts and limited ideas, and spend a happy time again with Spirit. Tell Spirit once more that you accept the part that it would have you take and help you fill. And it will make sure that you want this choice, which it has made with you and with the Creator, with God, with love. What a beautiful lesson. Let me let go of everything that I've been putting in the way and accept the one part that I will play as the Christ in the world. It doesn't mean I have to change jobs. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It doesn't have to mean I change a partner. It doesn't matter. What I'm changing is remembering who I am, and I'm taking my part in being that in whatever I do, wherever I go, and Spirit takes care of all that. You're like, oh my God, I don't have to do anything but just wait to be shown? Yep. So don't take it all so seriously. Go swing on some swings. Go climb a tree. Next time you see a tree, just climb it and just hang out. Play with people, have fun, and lighten up. Again, lightenupmovement.com if you want to reach out to me, or you can comment in the videos. Thanks for subscribing. You are the light of the world, and thank you for joining me on the journey of remembering who we are. The Christ in me recognizes the Christ in you. You're loved. I'll see you in another video soon. Be well.